Hey everybody, my name is Jen the Caffeinated Crafter and welcome back to my Flosstube channel. If you're new to my channel, welcome. This is a channel where I talk about cross stitch, and if you're returning, welcome back. This is going to be another Flosstube extra. I filmed my stash dive earlier today. It was a partial stash dive. We got Gracie joining me over here in the corner. Hi baby. It was a partial stash dive. I showed a bunch of patterns I have that I don't have fabric for yet. I didn't show all the patterns I have. I've been collecting a lot of patterns over the years. Some of these patterns I forgot that I had them. So that's why sometimes it's good to film those, because you're like, oh my god, I forgot I had this. Then I got a lot of stitching done after I got that filmed, and then I was like, maybe I should do a video where I show what's in my new start bin. Like when I pull a new start every week, like what's in that bin. My sister gave me this coffee mug a few years ago. I must ask you a question. All these new starts, technically you've seen them before because I included them in my end of year whip parade last year. I forgot what's in here. I don't remember everything. So I'm pretty sure you don't remember either. And so I thought it would be fun to go through and see what is in this new start bin. So I will show you the stuff that's waiting to be started. This is not going to be in any particular order. Not all of the things that, like this bin right here. It's one of them Sterilite containers. Hang on. These are all things that are ready to be started. I have a problem. I know. Okay. So let's go ahead and get into it, because this is going to be a long video. Okay, first up. So as you can see, they don't all fit in there, so it's not going to be necessarily in alphabetical order. First up is a kit from Hobby Lobby, and this is called Taco Time. I love it. It's so cute. They're having a taco party. And the taco is shaking the maracas, and he's shaking them and not just holding them, because it's got the little shaky lines next to the maracas showing they're being shook. And the tortilla chip and the avocado are dancing to the maracas. It's gonna be super cute. I'm excited. I'm just gonna use whatever comes in the kit. It looks like it's a 14 count white Aida, and there's the floss. I have to actually put the symbols on the floss card. I'll do that when I pull it though. Not a big deal. And I'll probably start in the middle, because there's not really a good place to start from the corner. So I'll probably start in the middle on the taco. Okay. Next up. This kit right here, this is from Dimensions, and it's called Sweet Cow. My mom gave this to me because she was doing this one and she wanted me to do the boy version with no flower. And she got hers done and she asked me if I'd started this. And I told her no. So she might end up taking this back, because she wants to go ahead and get it done so she can turn it into like a pillow that you can flip one side or the other. She was asking me last weekend when I saw her, did you get that cow started? I was like, no. She was like, I might take it back so I can do it. But it's a white Aida. Is that 16 count or 14 count? 14 count white Aida. And then here's the floss. Oh, it's all a mess. Here's the floss. Okay. I did warn her when she gave it to me. I was like, you are aware this is going to take years for me to get done, right? And she was like, I know. But then she got hers done quicker than she thought she was going to, so now she wants the other one done. Okay, next up is a Dimensions, another kit. This is a Dimensions Gold Collection Petite. This is called Sunflower Garden. It's 6 inches by 6 inches or 15.2 by 15.2 centimeters. And it's gonna be a full coverage, even though it's really tiny. And this is it. It's gonna be stitched on an 18 count ivory Aida. I might figure out how big the piece is actually gonna be on here, and I might go over and start in the corner when I figure out how big of a margin they gave me. I might do that. There's the colors. It's gonna be really pretty. It's a lot of blue for the sky. Blues and oranges. Really long thread. Look how long these threads are. Holy cow. Wow. All right. And when I do these kits real quick, I know this is like a start parade, but when I do these kits, I like when they're on these cards like this, I just like kind of separate a strand out right here. I just separate like one strand from this, and then I just pop it out of the little holder here. And I try to use the entire thread. If I can't use the entire thread, then honestly, I just like kind of like tie it around and do like a loop knot on there around the other threads of that color until I need it again. Okay, next up, this is Summer Hollyhock. So this is going to be Summer Hollyhock from the Cross Stitch Studio. Here it is. View PDF. And it's 441 by 195. It has 107 colors. Artwork is by Dempsey Essick, and this is a crop. Look at that mason jar. And the flowers, like, oh, I'm so excited to start this. And I'm gonna be doing this on, I got this big, huge piece of like, a lot of like this, I guess it's like even weave. It's not really Aida. They were saying it's Aida, but it doesn't look like Aida, and it's like 30 count. From AliExpress. I really don't remember what shop I got it from because I've only ordered from it one time. I still have a lot of fabric left over, and I ordered it like a year or two ago, so I really don't remember. But this is, that's how big it's gonna be when it's done. I already gridded out like the first 100 square block thing, but that's how big it's gonna be. And I might, this fabric, so I have a couple pieces started on this already, and this is a high enough count that I would do 1/1 full cross. And I would probably go ahead and start doing the diagonals from the corners, like the 4 corners, and start coming in. And I would do it like maybe just two diagonals, and then just start rotating around, so I can get all 4 corners done faster. But Summer Hollyhocks, it has 262,395 stitches. Let's do a couple numbers real quick, just for funsies. Let me sort this by color, stitch amounts by color. So the largest amount is 310. It has 68,091 stitches. and the smallest amount is 223, and it has 231 stitches. That doesn't mean anything, it's just something I like to see. Next up is another Artiste kit, and this is Sugar Skull. And I'm just, look at the little detail picture up there. It looks like it's gonna be a super fun stitch. I'm excited for this. I'm just gonna use what comes in the kit. It's 14 count Aida. And then there's the floss, the colors. That's what I'm showing you is the colors. It comes on one of these cards too. So I'll do the same thing. I'll try to use up the entire thread. Because I pull, like, if it calls for 2 strands, I pull 1 strand off and then do a loop start. Okay, next up is from Carriage House Samplings. This is Spring at Hawk Run Hollow. It's my only Hawk Run piece. I want more, but this is Spring at Hawk Run Hollow. I don't know, because they're blocks, like you don't have to do it long ways. I don't know if I would do it long ways or if I would make it like a 4x3 or a 3x4 block to kind of keep me from having to do like one long. I mean, my fabric's big enough. I'm gonna do it on a Fabric of the Month from Mystic Fabrics. This is from March of 2023, and this is called, it's a 20 count Aida in the color Time Worn. I always want to call it Time Worm. And that's going to be the fabric. So you see, it's long enough that I could do it. I could do it long ways like that. But then I'm going to have like this strip, this skinny little strip that I can't do nothing with. So I was thinking, I got to check the dimensions, but I might see if I can just keep it to where it's like this, and then I have like extra fabric I could do like a smaller pattern on once this is done. So, and I think these usually call for like, don't these usually call for like MPI? I feel like somewhat like when I see people stitching these that they call for like MPI silks, and I don't want to do that. Yeah, I'm going to do it in the DMC conversion. Yeah, needlepoint silk. I ain't doing that. I ain't doing silk. I'm too cheap for that. I'm going to do it in DMC. Okay. All right, next up is from the, it's the Cricut Collection, Cross-Eyed Cricut. This is Spring by Vicki Hastings. That's what it's gonna look like when it's done. I don't like the fabric that they did this on. It's like a 30 count Gardener's blend. I don't like it because you can barely tell what it says. You can barely see it. I don't want to do all that work and have it go to waste. So I'm going to do it instead on a 28 count Lugana Even Weave in the color Merlot by Fiber on a Whim. That fabric right there. And I think it's going to, I picked this one as opposed to doing any other kind of like springy color because of all of like the blue and the green and the yellow. I figured there's not really like any, the only like pinky thing is like the S, and that is like 37.13 and 38.65, so it'll be fine on this. So yeah, I think I changed just about all of that. I have winter started and I completely changed that. No, I had summer started and I completely changed that fabric. I think the only one I kept to a similar tone was autumn. I don't even remember what I don't even remember. You'll see it because they're all the other ones are in here too. Okay, next up is going to be a restart, and this is this was a stamped kit from Jan Lynn. It's called Snowy Days. I had started this previously, and when I pulled it out to work on it, I didn't like how the stitches were looking. They looked like very bunchy and uneven. I didn't like them at all. But I thought that the pattern was cute, and when I looked at, like, I thought the picture was cute, and I was like, I really want to do that. And when I looked at the pattern itself, like it's gridded, so, and I have the floss. So what I decided to do was do a restart on different fabric. So I picked up a 32 count Lugana, a white opalescent Lugana. Look how sparkly that is. I'm gonna do it on this, over 2. And it's gonna look super cute. I'm excited. Okay, next up is from Pantini, and this is called Happy Halloween. That is what it's going to look like when it's done. This is 136 by 137, and it calls for DMC. It does call for some Rami's Creations threads, but they do give a DMC conversion, so that's what I'm going to use. And I'm going to do this on a 16 count Spooky Hollow Ada. I don't know who it's printed. Oh, maybe it's on here. Fabric Flare. Look at that. Isn't that neat? Yeah, that would look really cool. So yeah, there's that. Okay, next up is a pattern from Cross Stitch Studio, and this is Snape's Library. Where is it? They have, I think, 5 libraries. I have 2. I have Snape's and I have Trelawney's, but I don't think I have fabric for Trelawney's library. I haven't cut fabric for it. So Snape's Library. This is 800 by 800. It has 112 colors. Artwork is by the Digital Artwork Company. That is what it's going to look like when it's done. I am going to be doing this on a gridded fabric of some sort. A 28 count easy count Lugana. Did I start this? No. What is this? I got this fabric from somebody, and it looks like someone already started stitching on it. What kind of horseshit is that? I just realized that, so it was all folded up. Look at that, someone already started stitching on it. That's not this pattern, is it? Did I start this and not realize it? No. Huh. Well, anyway, I guess what I'll do is I'll start on the opposite side, because I think this fabric is plenty big. Oh my God, what the fuck? This was all folded up. Well, that's a bunch of horse shit, so I'll start over. Oh my God. I'll start over here. What in the world? Anyway. And then I mean, it's all dark stitching in the corners anyway, so maybe it'll work out. That's what I get from that. I didn't even, it was like in the plastic bag for this from Heaven and Earth Designs. But I didn't get it from them. I got it from someone. And it was all folded up, so how did I not even realize it though? Because I counted it. Oh no, I don't know. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So if I need to, I'll just frog those stitches. So this has a total of 640,000 stitches, and the biggest color is 939. It has 231,924 stitches of 939. And then the lowest color is 904, and it has 216. Okay, next up is this little artiste kit, and this is called Tea Time. That's what it's going to look like when it's done. And it's going to be stitched on a 14 count Aida. It's still a little piece. Oh my God. And then there's the thread. That'll be cute. Okay. Next up. What's this one? Oh. This next one up is Toy Shop, and this is a retired piece from Pain Free Crafts. Artwork is by Steve Crisp. It is 600 by 450. I have no idea how many colors it has. It doesn't say how many. But that is what it's going to look like when it's done. And I'm going to be doing it on a piece of that China fabric. Did I start this thing already? Oh my. I did start, this was in the wrong bin. This is already started. I'm a big fat liar. Okay, so this is Toy Shop. I'm 0.19% done with it. Oh my God, how did I not realize that? Okay, well, I need to put this in a different bin. I guess it's a good thing that we're going through this. I'm going to put this, where am I going to put it? I'll just put it right there. Wow, I did not realize that. Okay, so let's ignore that because I already started it. Okay, next up. Well, that's one thing off my list. Okay, next up is Dimensions Gold Collection. This is called A Treasured Time. This is designed by who? Oh, Dennis Lewin. That's what it's going to look like when it's done. It's going to be stitched on 16 count gray Aida. I'm excited for this one. I really like this. 16 count gray Aida. And then it's got all this floss right here. And then this extra, why don't they just put this on another floss card? I don't get that. And then this extra floss right here. I don't know if I would start this in, I don't know if I would start this in the middle or if I would try to figure out a corner and start in a corner. But the corners look like they don't have any stitching, so I might have to start in the middle. That's okay though. Anyway. Next up is from Northern Expressions Needlework, and this is, hang on, Pattern Keeper froze up on me. There we go. The Twisted Rainbow Sampler, and this is the cross stitch version. That's what it's going to look like when it's done. I am going to be doing this on a black fabric. A 28 count black Jobelin. So that'll look really, those colors will look really good on that. I'm excited. I'm gonna do it over 2. I'm excited for this. And it is, say the size on here? It does not. Maybe I can get it off of the info page real quick. View PDF. That's the band sampler. Let me pull up the rainbow sampler. Okay, rainbow sampler is 144 by 288. And I think it calls for threads from thread pickers, but I'm gonna do DMC. It's got 21,915 stitches, and the highest color is 3844 with 2,008 stitches. The lowest color is 601 with 184 stitches. Okay, next up is a kit from Artiste. I don't know how to say chicken in French. One chicken. A chicken. One chicken. I don't speak French. But that's what it's going to look like when it's done. And this is a full coverage piece. Like, because this is, well, sort of a full coverage, but like not like, I don't think that that's white stitching. I think that's just the fabric. I think. Oh no, it's white stitching. It's a full coverage. This is being stitched on a, what size Aida? 14 count white Aida. I don't know who designed it. I know it's Cooler Design Studio. And then where's the floss? Oh, sorry, it's like 2 cards. Ah, it's tangled up together. There's some floss. There's more floss. Probably should have waited till tomorrow to film this thing because I'm like kind of tired. I don't have to work tomorrow, so I was like, oh, let me just film it tonight. No big deal. Mind you, I didn't start filming until like 10:30 p.m. Okay, next up is a Mill Hill kit. This is the Buttons and Beads Winter Series. This is their Christmas Village. It is Village Inn. That's what it's going to look like when it's done. I have to sort that floss, but those are all the beads. That's going to look super cute. I'm excited. Wow, that's a lot of, it's a lot of different color beads. It's like 3 in that one, 3 in that one, 6 different color beads it looks like. But yeah, it's going to be so cute. So yeah. Okay, next up Okay. So I don't, so this is from Hobby Lobby. It's called, I'm calling it Wander. It was reduced to like $2. So my mom picked it up for me. I laugh because this stitching looks freaking awful. Like, it's just like, I don't know who did this, but it just looks, it looks terrible. It just looks bad. And so I'm like, well, I want to do this and then do a side-by-side and see how my stitching, because I'm sitting here talking shit about this cross stitching, and maybe mine looks like that too. But I just think that looks terrible. So I want to do it and do a side-by-side. And this will be stitched on a, is this a 14 count black Aida? Yeah, 14 count black Aida. I don't know where I got this thing from, but there's the floss. Kind of makes me laugh. And it also came with a hoop, so I can just put this thing in the hoop and then just keep it in the hoop. And that'll be good. That'll be something fun to look at and compare. Okay, next up is a kit from Design Works. And this is Wedding ABC. I don't have anybody in mind for this. I just really like these alphabet things. I have a few of them. If you've been following me for a while, you know. I've got Baby ABC, Ocean ABC, and Christmas ABC all started, and then I have Wedding ABC that I did not realize until just now that I have not started this floss. Oh my freaking God. No. It's gonna be stitched on a 14 count white Aida with this mess of floss right here. Oh Lord, maybe what I'll do when I pull it, maybe I will I won't do that. I was gonna say, maybe I'll just work on like the frame because I know what color that is and I can just pull those through. But I won't do that. I'll probably just sort it when it gets pulled. Okay, next up is from Stitching with the Housewives. This is Welcome Home Fall. That's what it's gonna look like when it's done. It does call for Classic Colorworks, but it does give you a DMC. It's 125 by 98. And I am going to do this on a, is this like a 16 count maybe? Black Aida. I know it won't look the same if I don't use the fancy floss. Won't give the same effect, but that's okay. I don't know. Maybe I'll break down and get it. We'll see. Who knows? I'll figure it out when it gets pulled. Okay. Next up is another pattern from Puntini. And this is When I Think of Halloween. And that is what it's going to look like when it's done. It's 132 by 52. And it calls for DMC. And I'm going to be doing this on a piece of 16 count Spooky Hollow Aida from Fiber on a Whim. No, Fabric Flare. From Fabric Flare. I showed in my stash dive that I have When I Think of Easter, but I don't have fabric for it, but I do have fabric for When I Think of Halloween, so. Okay, next up, oh, here is the winter one from the Cricut collection. That is what it's going to look like when it's done. And it is 249 by 55. And I'm going to be doing this on a 28 count Lugana in the color Blueberry by Fiber on a Whim. It's gonna look really good on that. Really like this blueberry color. I should get more of it. All right, next up. Oh, I was like, why do I have stuff in here that started? This is my Year of Gnomes stitch along that I failed miserably at. From Cross Stitch for Everyone. I'm not going to tell you the sizes, but I will show you the ones that I have not started yet. Let me just get to them. Hang on. Here we go. Okay. So the ones I have not started are January, February, March, no, mock up, March, April, I started, didn't I? Or no? Oh wait, I can just go into the pattern and see. Yes, April I started, May I finished, June I've started, July I have not started. Hang on, that's in a different spot on here. Hang on. July. This one is July. That one's really cute. I like that one. August, I did start. September is that one. And then this one is October. That one's really cute. I think that's one of my favorites. And there's November. It's really cute with the fall leaves. And then the last one is December. He's a gingerbread cookie. Isn't that adorable? That's really cute. So, and I'm going to be doing them on 28 count Monaco 1/1. Sorry, my room's kind of dark because it's like 11 o'clock at night. Oh, 11:25 at night. Okay, next up is a pattern from Cross Stitch Studio. And this is Zinnia Garden. It is 667 by 500. It has 96 colors. Artwork is by Dempsey Essick. And that is what it's going to look like when it's done. And I'm going to be doing it on that China fabric 1/1 full cross. So I will probably end up doing the 4 corner diagonals. That's a big honking piece of fabric too. That's how big it'll be. Okay, we got all the stuff that's piled up on top right here. Now I can start pulling these out and going through them. All right, so this one is another full coverage piece. I can tell because it's got the China fabric in here. Which one is it? Which one is it? Cake Shop. This is a retired chart from Pain Free Crafts. Artwork is by Steve Crisp. Cake Shop. No. It is 600 by 450. No clue how many colors it has, but that is what it's going to look like when it's done. And that's how big the fabric's going to be. It's got 270,000 stitches. The highest color, 3865 white, 10,649 stitches. The smallest stitch is 954 with 107. Okay. Next up is from Brooks Books. I want to say that this is still available for free. This is her Advent Animals. I'm going to be doing them all as one on a 20 count Aida in the color Cornflower by Fiber on a Whim. I'll show you the animals in just a second, but I'm going to be doing them all as one on this fabric right here. Now I gotta double check and make sure that's gonna fit. But I wasn't planning on them I was planning on doing them all like side by side, and then doing them as like one piece like that. So I just want to double check and make sure that they are going to fit on there. But it is 20 count, so I'm not very good at that like space thing. Gauging if something's gonna fit into a space. I'm not really the greatest at that. Okay. So these are all 43 by 52. They're not very big. So, but we have Katie Kitty. Peter Polar Bear. Mary Mouse. I've seen quite a few people stitching these and they're all really cute, so I'm excited. Duncan Dog. Hattie Hedgehog. She's cute. Cashmere Camel. Pierre Penguin. And then we have Pearly Pig. Kenny Kangaroo. Hang on. Sheila Sheep. Oh my God, she's knitting with a ball of yarn. I just noticed she's knitting. Oh, that's cute. Fitzwilliam Frog. And when I pull this, like all of these are going to be like one. They're not going to be 25 individual starts. Sophie Squirrel. Colin Cardinal. Cassie Cow with the milk and cookies. Oh my God. And then we have Rascal Raccoon, who's stealing the cookies. Gigi Giraffe. And then we have Hamilton Horse, who is winning the ugliest sweater contest. And then you got Remy Rabbit. Larry Lion. Oh, she's pretty. Odette Owl. Look at her with her eyelashes. Ethan Elephant. King Panda. Alistair Alligator. It's going surfing. Deborah Donkey. And then the last one is Rudolph Reindeer. So like I said, I gotta double check and make sure that I mathed correctly and that they fit on that. I don't know. I think it will. Okay. Next one is a dimensions kit that I have pulled out like 4 times and I've never gotten started on it. This is called All in the Family, and you basically make your family out of, sorry. Ooh, sorry about that. Didn't mean to shake you. My foot kicked the tripod. But you basically make your family out of these Stitch people. So I'm gonna put me and my 2 boys and then Mr. Whiskers and Gracie on there. And I just never got around to starting it whenever it got pulled before. And it comes with thread and fabric and a big hoop that my face fits in. So I can just like put the fabric in the hoop and then just figure out which people represent us and get started. Okay, next up is another kit. This one is from Jan Lynn, and it's called All You Need Chalkboard, and it says all you need is love, love is all you need. And black Ada and white thread, that's it. 14 count black Ada. All right. Next up is, shoot, I need my book. Next up is out of the 101 Best Loved Designs from Cross Stitch and Country Crafts. And it's the reason why I got this book. Amid Amish Life. I just gotta find a picture of it. Hang on. I mean, it's on the back of the book, but you can't really see it very well. So bear with me. Oh, we're getting close. I thought. Here it is. Amid Amish Life. I'm gonna do all 3 parts together to do it as one piece. I know it's hard to see. Here's one. There's another. There's another. It does, again, 101 Best Love Designs by Cross Stitch and Country Crafts. And let me put this right here. I'm gonna do it on 28 count Jobelin in the color Bluebell. That's, yeah. It'll look really good. Okay. Next up is Cricut, the Cricut collection Autumn. I was just trying to think if I showed all the other ones. I did. So this one's Autumn. This is probably my favorite one, honestly. Out of all four of them, this is my favorite one. And I actually like the fabric that this was stitched on. This one was a 30 count Old Mill Java linen. But I don't know where it came from. So I just found a 28 count gingerbread Lugana from Picture This Plus. I'm gonna do it on that. I like this gingerbread color too. I should get more of it. Okay, next up is from Primrose Cottage Stitches, and this is Autumn Rules by Lindsay Waite. And it says, Autumn Rules. Go apple picking, give thanks, visit the pumpkin patch, rake leaves, go on a hayride, make pumpkin pie. And it just calls for DMC. It's 67 by 269. And I'm going to be doing this on a 25 count vintage country mocha. I think Zweigart makes this, don't they? I'm gonna do it on that. Oh yeah, there's the orange selvage. I think my coffee's cold. It's just sitting over here all by its lonesome. It's cold. I love iced coffee, but when it's like hot, it's supposed to be hot coffee and it's cold, bleh, it's gross. Okay, next batch. I gave up keeping this in order when I realized that that pile sitting on top was not in any kind of order. Okay, next up is, why is this in here? This is not a new start. We're just gonna set this over here. Good thing I'm going through all this. That was not a new start. I had already started that one. Okay. Next up is a new start, and this is from Kohler Design Studio. This is Bless Our Home Sampler by Barbara Batts Hillman. It's a bunch of houses. I like stitching houses. And of course, right in the middle is my favorite effing tree. 3 of them. Like, why do you need to include palm trees? There's no reason for it. There's no reason. You don't need to show houses with palm trees. So it says, home, that spot of earth, supremely blessed, a dearer, sweeter spot than all the rest. It's hard to read, sorry. No matter what, no matter where, it's always home when love is there. Wherever you wander, wherever you roam, be it ever so humble, there's no place like home. And then it's just like a bunch of different types of houses. Freaking palm trees. And I'm going to be doing this on an, it came with this fabric, because I got this from somebody. A 14 count opalescent white Aida. Okay, sparkly. I like sparkly stuff. Okay, next up, This is going to be kind of hard to show. Oh, this bag is from Alara Designs. Look at that. My friend Alara made this. It's going to be kind of hard to show because there's not really like a cover photo to go with this. But it's very, very simple. And I want to make this for my friend, but it's very simple. It's just words with a heart, with some hearts. Oh, screw it. Words with some hearts, and like, I don't even know where I got this from. And it says, "Blessed are those who leave my things alone." And I'm just going to do it on this little piece of, hold on, like my old eyeballs need to focus on this label. Bear with me. 28 count casual linen and the color Calypso. I know I always bitch about stitching on linen, but it's like this like scrap that I have not really much I can put on it. So I was like, oh, this will be perfect. So I'm going to do it on that, and I'm probably just going to, I don't know if I know I'm going to do the words probably in black. I don't know what I'm going to do the hearts in or whatever. But anyway, I'm going to do it for my coworker, Amy, because whenever she's not there, and people mess with her stuff on her desk, she gets so mad. So when I saw that little pattern, I was like, oh my God, that is perfect for her. Okay, next up is a kit from Mill Hill, Buttons and Beads Autumn Series, and this is Cafe Mocha. That is what it's going to look like when it's done. I gotta sort that floss. I ain't stressing about it right now. But yeah. Hi, Gracie. Okay. Next up is another kit, and this is from Hobby Lobby. It's called Cat Family. Isn't that cute? And I'm just going to be doing whatever came in the kit. I think it's a 14 count white Aida. There's the floss. I don't know how big this is. I have no idea how big it is. No clue. It doesn't even have numbers on the grid. Oh well. Okay, next is another kit. I have a lot of kits in here. Next is another kit from Designs for the Needle, called Celebrating Christmas. Super old. It's they've been celebrating Christmas since 1992. A really old kit. I think I picked this up off of Facebook Marketplace. And I'm going to use this fabric, but I might change, like I'll keep there's gold metallic in here. I might keep that, but I might switch. I don't know. The floss looks easy enough to sort. I might keep that floss. Sometimes when it's a bunch of, oh, and it's got beads, and then this weird, what is this gold hoop for? There's beads in here. What is that gold hoop? What is this thing? Oh, there's a free gift inside. That little angel ornament. Okay. Anyway, But yeah. I like it. Oh, it's even got the fabric in here for the little ornament too. Cute. Okay. Oh, that's just cardboard. I don't need that. Ooh, you know what? I don't have a hole puncher. I can save this cardboard. Oh, that's hard. I can save this cardboard and I can use it for floss thingies. That's what I used to do. Floss cards. That's what I used to do back in the day when you had to sort the floss in all the really old dimensions kits and stuff. I would save the cardboard that it came in and I would cut the cardboard in strips and then I would draw the symbol. Like I would use a hole puncher and I would punch holes into the card and then I would draw the symbol next to the hole. I was making my own floss cards before floss cards were a thing. That could have been that was my $1 million idea that I didn't cash out on. Next up is from Stitchrovia, and this is called Christmas Holidays. And it says, I just want to bake and watch Christmas movies. And I do have this in Pattern Keeper. And there's not really a whole lot of back stitching on it. Here it is. And I feel like it's going to be a super quick stitch because there's only, cross stitching wise, it says there's 2,430 stitches. I do that in a couple days. Like over a weekend, not like weeknights, but I mean, I could definitely do that in like if I pulled it, I could probably finish the entire thing if I worked on it for a few days. And then back stitching wise, I want to say it's just the lines around the Christmas lights. And I'm going to be doing it on a 28 count white Monaco over 2. I mean, this is folded up. There's more fabric to that. Yeah, if I pulled that and I worked on that multiple days or even just a couple days over the weekend, I could probably, I'd say maybe 3 days. 2 weekend days and then a weeknight. I could probably have that done. Will I do that? Probably not. Okay, next up is from Small Town Needleworks. This is Christmas Movie Stitch. And it's called Christmas Movie Stitch, and it says, this is my Christmas movie watching stitch, and it is 102 by 108, and it calls for DMC, and I'm going to do this on an 18 count white Aida. I really enjoy those corny ass like Hallmark Christmas. I used to hate them. I would make fun of my ex-mother-in-law so hard when we would go over to her house and she'd have the Hallmark channel on with the stupid movies. Oh my God, you're watching the Hallmark channel. Blah, blah, blah. Now here I am. Not Hallmark because I don't have cable. But I watch the corny Christmas movies on Netflix. So bad. Okay. Next up is Coffee Addict, and this is from Alessandra Adelaide Needleworks. And it's got all these different coffees and like espresso up here is just espresso. The latte macchiato shows you espresso and like steamed milk. Flat white has it in reverse, you know, so it's just different types of coffee. And I'm going to do this on, it looks like a 14 count chalkboard Aida with, and I think it's like 3 colors. I want to say it's like white, brown, white and brown for sure, and beige gray. So 434, 822, and B5200 are the 3 colors it uses. Okay. Next up is from Soda Stitch. And this is called Coffee Break. And that is what it's going to look like when it's done. And I am going to do this on an 18 count vintage country mocha by Zweigart. I don't have the dimensions. Oh wait, do I have this in Pattern Keeper? Soda Stitch's stuff does come in Pattern Keeper. I mean, it's compatible, but without the back stitching, of course. So I pull up the chart when, yep, Coffee Break. View PDF. I pull up the chart when I'm cross stitching, and then I pull up the PDF part when I'm doing the back stitching. It is 206 by 103. So. One more time. That's what it's going to look like. Okay, next up is another kit. This one is called Coffee Friends, and this is from Hobby Lobby. It says coffee is my best friend. That's what it's going to look like when it's done. And I'm going to do this on the 14 count Aida that came in the kit. And I'm really digging these colors. I like the colors that you use. The blue and the pink and the brown. I like it. I don't know how big it is. Again, no grid on the pattern. I mean, it's like gridded, but it's not like numbered is what I'm trying to say. See? There's no numbers on that. So I don't know how big it is. It's that big. Okay. You know what sucks about doing this? I want to start all of them. Okay. Next up is from Stitching Jewels Design. And let me pull this up. Hang on. I love this thing so much. It's called Coffee Addiction. I love this thing so much. Oh man. Okay. Let me find the measurements. Oh my god. Okay. Sorry. 312 by 383. It's a monochrome piece, so it's only one color. It calls for 839. I might actually use 839, like the brown. It's 29,713 stitches, and I'm going to be doing this on another Mystic Fabrics Fabric of the Month. This is from October of 2023. It's a 20 count Aida, and the color is called Compatible. I used to get fat halves. Now I get fat quarters because I get two different fabrics now. But that is the fabric I'm gonna do it on. I thought that was a perfect fabric. A skeleton drinking the coffee. Coffee addiction, that's me. Okay. All right, next batch. This one is from Praiseworthy Stitches, and oh boy, there's a lot of stuff in here. Hang on. Oh dear. Okay, Praiseworthy Stitches. This is called Esmeralda's Academy of Charms. And that's what it's going to look like when it's done. And I got the fabric when I got the chart. It is a piece of Mystic Fabrics, 32 count Lugana in the color Enchanted. It's like showing up like super saturated. It's like not that saturated really. That's a little better, but that's what I'm gonna stitch it on. And it calls for Weeks Dye Works, sampler threads, DMC, beads. Like, I think these are the 2 beads that it calls for. This green and this red right here. Those are the only 2? Yeah, these are the 2 beads it calls for. Got that down. And then it calls for this DMC diamond bullshit. And then I don't think I got all of, I still need some of the Chronic Blending filaments, but I think I got I got some of the colors. I gotta look and see what I still need. I think I got all of the Gentle Arts. I think I still need to get the Weeks Dye Works. So what I'll do, if this gets pulled before I have a chance to get everything, is I will work with what I can, because I have the DMC. I have some of the threads. So I can stitch on part of it and then go back and fill in as I get the other stuff. Okay, next up is a kit from Design Works. This is called Delivery. That is what it's going to look like when it's done. And I am going to do this on whatever came in the kit. I want to say it's a 14 count white Aida. Yeah. And here's the floss. I like it. It's different. That's not something I would normally do, you know what I mean? All right. Next up is another soda stitch. And this one is the Dessert Shop. This one's 254 by 107. I have this one in Pattern Keeper as well. And I'm going to be doing this one on a piece of 18 count Vintage Country Mocha. It's gonna look really cute on that. I'm excited to get these soda stitches started because I'm really liking the one I do have. Was it Cookie Time? I really like that one. All right, next up is another kit. Told you I had a lot of kits. And this one is called, it's a Dimensions kit called Dog Bowl. Did I say Dag Bowl? Dog Bowl. I got this from Suki. Isn't that cute? Puppy dog looking at the fish. It's so cute. And there's the threads and the fabric. It's a 14 count white Aida. You see why I'm not like in a huge hurry to find fabric for all those patterns I have? Because I have so much shit that I still have to start. And so much shit that I have to finish. Okay, next up is from Shannon Christine Designs, and this is called Excuse the Mess. It says, excuse the mess, but I craft here. It is 92 by 113, and it calls for DMC, and I'm going to be doing this on a 16 count Aida in the color Mirage from Picture This Plus. It's like this grayish kind of Ada. Grayish purple. You know what I mean? Like grayish purple. Okay. Next up is another Dimensions kit. Good Lord. This one is called European, it's a Dimensions Gold collection called European Bistro by Victor Schweiko. That's what it's going to look like when it's done. And it has $16 count gray Ada. Pretty decent sized piece for a kit. Hang on. Look at all this floss. Look at all that floss. Like, holy cow. Okay. Let's see if I can wrangle this back in here now that I did it like that. Hang on. That's not going to work. That's not going to work. Okay, next up is Flea Market Flowers by It's So Emma? No. Flea Market Flowers by Lori Holt of Be In My Bonnet. There's a few people stitching on this right now. And I am actually going to do this on a piece of Charles Craft Ada that you can pick up at your local Joann's or Michael's. And this is like a blue, green, it's printed. That's white on that side. I know it's kind of hard to see right now. It's like a blue-green color. It's 153 by 169, and it calls for DMC. Okay, next up is over there. All right, we're gonna skip that for a second. Okay, next up is another Dimensions kit, and this one is called Floral Flamingo. That is what it's gonna look like when it's done. And that design in the background is stitched. That's plain fabric. It's a 14 count white Ada. And then here's the floss. And then I believe this is like the background. Okay, hang on. Let me sort out my life here. You know, it's gonna be super fun because I'm just throwing these everywhere, sorting them all back out and putting them back in the bin. It's gonna be so much fun. Okay. Next up is, God, I have a lot of kits. Holy cow. I think because I just like, I've had them and it was easy to throw them in the new start bucket because everything was already ready. This one is Gnome Love. It's a kit from Hobby Lobby, and it says to gnome you is to love you. Isn't that cute? And it's just a 14 count white Ada. and the floss. Again, it's one of those kits where I have no idea what size it is. Okay. This one, I am so excited to start it. I got this, this is called Hall of the Holiday. And I got this on Stitchora on Etsy, and she has some other like treehouse looking things that are really like badass. This picture does not even do it justice. It really does not. And I'm going to be doing this on a 32 count Lugana in the color Chinchilla by Mystic Fabrics. Over 2. This is in Pattern Keeper, but there is a lot of back stitching. So it'll probably be one of those things where I do a bunch of stitching and then I go back and pull up the PDF to do the back stitching. But this picture does not do it justice. Like, I am super duper excited to start this thing. Okay, next up is, okay, this is Hive Rules from Primrose Cottage Stitches. I've already started this. The reason why it's in my new start thing is because I'm also going to be doing, let's see if I can come in from the top. I'm also going to be doing that. It says, welcome to our hive. There we go. And I'm going to be doing it on just this little piece of linen that I had in my stash. Over 2. So that's why it's in my new start thing, so that I knew, like, because I have my new start bucket sitting on top of my vacation whips. And so if that got pulled, I don't want to have to pull everything out just to find it. So, can't. I'm gonna have to pause this here soon because I need to get a book. And it's over there. Okay, next up is from Heaven and Earth Designs. Finally, back to full coverage again. Heaven and Earth Designs, this is Glimmerstone Bakery. Here it is, view PDF. Artwork by Rose Kahn. Is she still with them, with her? Is she still with Hade? Or did she leave? Is she with Paint Free Crafts now, maybe? This is max color. It's 750 by 552. It has 240 colors. That is what it's going to look like when it's done. And I will be doing this on a 28 count easy count Lugana. Probably 1/1 full cross is what I'm thinking. And did I already say the size? It's 750 by 552. So it has 240 colors. It's got 414,000 stitches. The most amount of colors is 939 at 9,189 stitches. And the least amount of colors, hang on, I'm scrolling through 240 of them, is 3845 at 69 stitches. Okay, let me pause for a minute and let me grab that book, and I need to get a new beverage because this coffee is gross. I'll be back in a minute. Okay, all right, so next up is, out of this old book that I have, Kathy Livingston's Cross Stitch Artistry. And I forget which one is it. It is the Flora Sampler. I feel like it's that one. Hang on. Flora Sampler is, picture is on page 13. Ooh, that's gonna be pretty. That right there. Hang on. I can't see. That right there. That's gonna be super pretty. And I'm going to do it on something. I'm gonna do it on a 28 count white Monaco over 2. It's gonna be really pretty. I was thinking about this earlier when I was going through my, if I didn't say it, when I was going through my stash. Don't ever say that you're never gonna do any kind of specific type of stitching, because I recall a few years ago, if I knew how to clip videos and insert them, I would totally call myself out. Because a few years ago, I would sit there and I was saying, I'm not into the fancy ladies and I don't like samplers. Here I am, stitching on fancy ladies and starting samplers. Making myself a liar McLiarson who lies. All right, next up is this little kit. My mom picked this up for me. It's just a little friends frame. This will stitch up super quick. It's only 2 colors. And you're just stitching the frame. That's it. And it fits in. And I actually have the picture frame. My mom found one for me. Yeah, to put on my door. I had it on those 2 colors right there. I had it on my door, like around the peephole in my apartment, and I'm so bad. I have not hung anything on my walls. Nothing. I have the frame over by the door. I need to hang it up. I have all these pictures on my walls. No. I have all these pictures that need to be put on my walls. That's what it is. Okay. We're making progress here. Okay, next up is... This is from Visters. I have one started. This is the Quaker Tiles flag. This is the USA version, and it's the extended one to be a full-size flag. It is 410 by 210, and it is in a compatible pattern keeper. I'm going to do this on a 36 count vintage country mocha Edinburgh linen. And again, I complain about stitching on linen, but this one doesn't look too bad. Like, it looks pretty even, like not a lot of like slubs and stuff, so this shouldn't be too bad. Let me fold it so that it's not so see-through. But yeah, I'm gonna do it on that, and it's gonna look really, really good. Okay. All right. Next up, this thing is like, hang on. It's like stuck. There we go. I had to, the zipper pull was stuck inside the joint from the lid. Okay, next up is a kit from Design Works, and this is called Route 66 Christmas Diner. And that is what it's going to look like when it's done. I love this old-fashioned, old-timey stuff. And I'm going to do, just use what came in the kit. It's a 14 count white Aida. And here's all the floss. Lots and lots of floss, because it's lots and lots of stitching. Lots and lots of stitching. And I did not realize this when I got it. Where'd they go? Where the hell did they go? Oh, here they are. It's got a shit ton of beads. The gold beads, looks like the white beads go around. They're like the lights around the sign right here. And then the gold beads are scattered, looks like all over, almost like they're like snowflakes that are lit up. That's gonna be fun. Said no one ever. So I'll definitely do the white beads. We'll have to see about those gold ones. We'll see how I feel about it when I get to it. The rate I am doing these new starts is going to be like years before I get to it. Might have to change how I do my new starts next year. Okay, next up is another full coverage. And this one is from the Cross Stitch Studio. It is called Small and Mighty. Here it is. It is 525 by 665. Artwork is by Romance Art. And it has 100 colors. That is what it's going to look like when it's done. I really like that a lot. Like, I'm really excited to do it. And I'm going to do it 1/1 full cross on that China fabric. It's got 349,125 stitches. And I will do the 4-corner diagonals unless by the time I get to this I change my mind and I don't like doing diagonals anymore. The highest, the color with the highest number of stitches is 310 at 97,450, and the lowest one is 469 at 572 stitches. All right. Next up is from Sam Sarah Design Studio, and it's called Shining Star. And it says, through the years, okay, it's the song, it's a Christmas song, so it sounds weird to me to say it, but I'm not singing because I have a terrible singing voice. It says, through the years we will all be together if the fates allow. Hang a shining star upon the highest bough and have yourself a merry little Christmas now. That's what it's going to look like when it's done. And it calls for some DMC. And it also calls for Weeks Dye Works. Which I don't have. Or I guess sneeze. Hang on. Okay. I didn't want to sneeze on camera. So I didn't want it to be like really loud. Yeah, so I'm going to do this on a, I think this is a 14 count like Charles Craft sparkly opalescent. That buzz off of there. Sparkly like blue opalescent Ada. That'll look pretty. The fabric that's called for looks like it's Weeks Dye Works, which I don't have. But I can sub out other colors if I wanted to. We'll see. It might be something where I pull it and I'm like, let me order the thread for this now. Or see if I have something in my stash from like patterns that I've already done that I could sub out. Okay, next up is out of this book, Santa's List. Pictures on page 35. Here we go. Oh, can't see that right there. That is gonna look so freaking cool. I love that Santa. Love it so much. It is, I'm doing it on white. It calls for dirty linen, like the color dirty. I'm doing it on white, but because it's mostly full coverage except for that border. But I'm trying to find the dimensions of it. Where it be? I know it gives it to you. Bear with me. Here it is. 250 by 166. And I'm going to do it on a piece of 22 count Hardanger. I just have to double check. I think that I'm doing it over. I have to double check and see if there's any fractionals, because if not, I think I was going to do this over one, I believe. It looks like it's, maybe. I don't know. I gotta double check my fabric size to see what that was gonna be about. Okay. Next up is another piece from Bidsters. This one is Quaker tiles on black. It's 250 by 210. That's what it's going to look like when it's done. And I'm going to do this on a 28 count black Jobelin. It's folded in half. And I think I'm going to do it over two. Pretty sure. And it calls for DMC. Okay. Next up is a pattern that I picked up off of Etsy from Maya Stitch, and this, I'm calling it Pumpkin House. That's what it's going to look like when it's done. Isn't that cute? And I don't know how big it is. 73 by 93. Not very big. It's really cute. I like it. I'm just going to do it on a 14 count Charles Craft Ada in the color Dog Pea. It's not really called Dog Pea. I call it Dog Pea because it looks like a dog peed on it. Look, there's like this random yellow like pea stain. So that's what I'm gonna do that on. Okay. Next up is a piece from Ink Circles. Yeah, Ink Circles, and this is Rangoli lace. That's what it's going to look like when it's done. It is 145 by 145. Calls for a Threadworks, but it does give you a DMC-ish conversion, which I'm going to use. 37.79 and 37.22. And I'm going to do this on a 28 count white even weave over two. Look really good. Okay, next up. It's a small little kit from Artiste. This is called Liberty Bell. It's the Liberty Bell. It's a Liberty Bell. It says One Nation Under God. And it's gonna be done on 14 count white Ada Not very big. Here's the floss. I hear like Gracie snoring, but I don't know where she is. I swear I hear her snoring. God, that's so weird. Where is she? Anyway. Dropping the needle. All right. Maybe I'm just hearing things because I'm getting tired because it's late. All right. Next up is from Hands On Design. This one is Let's Talk Autumn. I have all the other ones started. I didn't get to this one before I changed my plans up. So it says harvest blessings, falling leaves, gourds, acorns, scarecrows, apple cider, hay rides, sweater weather, and pumpkin patch. They do come with these little bonus charts down here. Right? Yeah, they do come with bonus charts. I don't have any of the bonus charts started. I may or may not do them. I don't know, but I'm going to do it on a 14 count, 16 count Black Ada. And it is, I swear I hear her. How big is this? I don't know. Where is it? Stitch counts. Oh, it's right here. Oh my God. 100 by 136. Maybe I'm just hearing things. Maybe I'm just hearing things. I swear, I hear it. Okay. Next is a small little kit from Mill Hill, Buttons and Beads Spring Series, and this one is Honeybee. I've seen this one being stitched up all over the place too. I gotta sort that floss and the beads. That'll be really cute. I think Sarah's Stitching Mommy did this. I want to say Calico Whimsy did this one too, maybe. I don't know. I don't remember. I've seen it being stitched up so many times. Okay, next up is from Autumn Lane Stitchery. And this is called, oh my God, I'm dropping stuff. This is called Let It Grow. That's what it's going to look like when it's done. And I'm going to do this on a piece of 32 count Silver Moon Lugana by Zweigart. It's folded in half. I'm gonna do, no, it's not. That's it. Like, it's got a little fold right there, but it'll fit. I gotta double check if it'll fit, because it's only 69 by 69. So I just have to double check and see what the margins are if I did it over 2 or over 1, because it's all full crosses. So if it fits over 2, I'll do it over 2. And if not, then I'll just do it over 1. No big deal. It would be really tiny. It'd be really tiny, like this big. Okay. Next up is another kit. This one is from Dimensions, and it's called Laundry Day. It says laundry today or naked tomorrow. It's like a running joke with me and my mom. Every time I bring my kids over, we normally will, when we go see her, it's usually on a Sunday. And then we're like leaving not long after dinner. I'm like, all right, I have to go, I have to do laundry. She's like, why don't you do it on Friday? Because I don't want to. And it'll be done on 14 count Ada in the color white. And then this is the floss. And it comes with a hoop to finish. So really there's like these ones with the hoops, there's no reason for me not to go ahead and just FFO it, right? Okay, next up is another kit. Oh my God, so many kits. Next up is another kit from Miscellaneous, and it's called Leap of Faith. It says she took a leap of faith and grew her wings on the way down. Alara, did you finish this? I know you started it because I was making fun of you because you were complaining about how hard it was, and it really isn't that hard. Even though I haven't started it yet, but it's not going to be hard. And it's going to be done on 14 count white Aida. That's the thread. I know Alara has this too. I know she started it. I don't remember if she actually finished it yet or if she just worked on the feather. Okay. Next up is from Stony Creek. It's called Let It Snowman. That's what it's going to look like when it's done. And I have the beads, well, buttons, not beads. I have the buttons. I have some buttons for it, the snowflakes, and oh, there's others. There's more buttons. And then I'm going to do this on a 28 count Crystal Lugana. It's Crystal Hermosa. I don't know who dyed it. Look at that. Pretty. It's gonna be pretty. It does call for the heart on here is in the color Cayenne by Weeks Dye Works. I have it, but it's with another project. So I work off of a master set of DMC, and then my fancy floss I keep with projects. And I've been debating on if, because I had the Cayenne, oh, I think it's in Dreaming of Autumn Leaves, I think. Because I pull it out of there to put it in that project because I was going to use that first. And I've been debating on if I'm going to pull all the fancy floss out and keep it in one location. Like I have my master set of DMC and then my fancy floss. I don't know yet though. I have no idea. So it's just staying with the projects for right now. Okay, next up is another kit. This one is the Dimensions Gold Collection. It's called Lost No More. And that is what it's going to look like when it's done. I am going to be doing this in honor of my grandma, or in memory of my grandmother, because she was really into Jesus. And I bought this back in 1998. Oh my God. I bought this back in 1998 and I was going to do this for her. I still have not started it, and she died last year. Jesus. Oh my God. Signed by Greg K. Olson. But I'm going to do this in memory of my grandmother because she would have really loved this. And I'm just going to use whatever came in the kit. Look, I already had the floss sorted. I fully intended on doing this, and I just never did. And it's going to be stitched, oh, this is nice and different. It's going to be stitched on a what color? 18 count beige Aida. It's gonna be so much fun to sort through tomorrow. Okay, this next one is another kit that needs floss sorting. This is actually a kit that I got from, did I mention her in this video or the stash video? I think it was a stash video. My mom's, a really good friend of my mom's, moved over here from the UK, like, I don't know, 150 years ago. I guess she had all this old cross stitch stuff. And this is one of the things that she has. It's from the craft collection, it's the Millennium sampler. That's what it's gonna look like when it's done. And I'm going to just use whatever came in the kit. 16 count cream Aida. So, and I gotta sort that floss. It's gonna be really big because that fabric is pretty big. Okay. Next up is from My Big Toe Designs, and this is called More Than Coffee. I thought I had this pattern. I was chatting about this pattern with some of my stitchy friends in one of my groups, and we were talking about this pattern. I believe it was this pattern. I was like, God, I feel like I have this. It says, I love you more than coffee, just not always before coffee. And I'm going to be doing this on, let me see. I don't know what color it calls for. I didn't look at that. Probably, oh, let me look now. It's probably DMC. Maybe not. It might be something fancy. I know these designers like to use fancy flosses. Yeah, Weeks Dye Works. She does give a DMC equivalent though. I might just do the DMC. I don't want that bag anymore. I don't need it. I'm going to be doing this on a 14 count Aida in the color Vintage Oat from Zweigart. It's like one of those little packs of the fabric from Artiste. It's a printed fabric. And do it on that. I think I'll just do the DMC equivalent. It's gonna look fine. But again, I do have some fancy floss in my drawer over there from projects that I've completed that used it, and I might just pull from that. Okay. All right, we're getting close to the end. I was debating on if I was gonna finish this tomorrow, but we're getting close to the end. Let me just soldier on and get this done. Okay, next up is another piece from the Cross Stitch Studio, and this is called Proud Cerulean. Proud Cerulean, yeah. It's 525 by 665. It's by Romance Art. It has 94 colors. That's what it's gonna look like when it's, God, I'm excited to do that one. I love those blues. And I'm going to be doing it on that China fabric, so 1/1 full cross, and it's got 349,125 stitches. The highest color is 939 at 43,351, and the lowest one is 747 at 588 stitches. I'll show you how big the fabric's gonna be. Okay. Next up is another kit. This one is from Creative Accents. Okay, I'm gonna talk about this one for a minute. It's called Rose Drama. There's the thread. And it's gonna be done on black Aida. But I'm gonna talk about this one for a minute. This is what it's gonna look like when it's done. Okay, It looks pretty, doesn't it? But when I was looking at the pattern, I'm going to show it because I feel like something's not right. I feel like I'm missing something here. I feel like I'm missing a lot. I'm showing the pattern. I don't care. Because half of it's gone. Like, what is that? Look at that. Look at that. Like, where's all the symbols for the leaves? Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't understand. I just don't understand. And I got this in 2001. So, I mean, I suppose I could like maybe try to email them with the kit number and say, hey, listen, I have this, and I can send them a picture and say, I don't think I got the entire pattern. Because, I mean, they're a division of dimensions. But yeah, like, I feel like half of that chart's missing. But not that I lost a page. Like, half of it's not even on the paper. I don't understand that. I don't get it. I mean, I could probably figure it out. I'm pretty smart. I could figure out how to stitch a leaf. But again, what's up with that? Okay. Next up is another piece from the Cross Stitch Studio. Oh my God, by the way, they released this like fantasy mushroom scene yesterday. Oh my God, Siski bought it. I'm going to get it. If I don't buy it this month, I'm in the Insiders Club and I'm going to use it as my birthday, because you get a free pattern for your birthday month, and I'm going to use it for my birthday pattern if I don't get it before then. What am I looking for? Oh, Rosy Santa. Here it is. This is from the Cross Stitch Studio. It's 475 by 665. It has 67 colors. It is by Shabby Charm Art. And that is what it's going to look like when it's done. They also just released kind of a companion. I can tell I'm getting tired. I'm having a hard time saying words. Companion Santa. It's like almost like a close-up Rosy Santa. And I'm going to do this on the China fabric. So whenever one full cross, and let me just show you how big the fabric's gonna be. Decent size. So, it's got 315,875 stitches, and I am gonna do the background because the background is not solid white. It's like 4 different colors between white and light pink. The highest color is 3866. What color is that? What's 3866? Oh, I do have that. Okay, it's like this off-white color. 3866 at 42,043 stitches. And then the lowest one is 3041 at 362 stitches. Okay, next up is, I got this from Maya Stitch on Etsy. And it's called Paris. It's one of the ones, she's got a few of these. Make sure I'm holding it up right. She's got a few of these where it's like this cross stitch scene, and when you stitch it, oh man, who was it? Someone just did one that was, I think it was the cat, which I have as well, but I don't have fabric for it. Oh my God, who did this? Who did it? Was it Animal Instinct? It might have been Kelly at Animal Instinct did the cat one, which I have, but again, I don't have fabric for it. But when you do the cross stitching, it looks like nothing. All the detail comes from the back stitching. And I'm so again, I got this from Maya Stitch on Etsy, and I'm gonna do this on, I think this is a 16 count white Aida. I have no idea. It looks 16 or 18 count white Aida. And this is, I've never been to Paris. I'd like to go to Paris one day. 68 by 161. But I can't afford to travel internationally. And so what I do is I just stitch things that remind me of the cities that I will likely never get to go to. Okay, next up is, this is out of the Just Cross Stitch magazine. I have, you guys will, if you've seen my channel before, you'll recognize the other ones. This is Mother Nature Autumn. I think she's the only one that I didn't get. Oh man, I really like her too. She's my favorite. It's the only one I didn't get to before I changed my plans up. I don't have her dimensions though, but I do know I'm going to be doing her on a 28 count tea-dyed Monaco, and she will fit on, someone asked me about this because they were going to start doing these Mother Nature pieces too. So this is 28 count tea-dyed Monaco, and I'm going to do it over 2, and they will fit on, like, you know, those just standard like 15 by 18 rolls of the tea-dyed Monaco. She'll fit on that. That's what this is right here. It's just one of those rolls of the Charles Craft? Somebody. I want to say it's 15 by 18 tea-dyed Monaco. I don't have her dimensions because it's on my phone. And you're on my phone. You guys are inside my phone. So, okay. Next up is a little Teresa Winsler piece. This was the Peacock and Unicorn duo. I have the Unicorn started. This one is the Peacock. And that's what it's going to look like when it's done. It is 90 by 125. I'm going to do this on a 28 count Jobelin in the color Summer Sky by Witch Elf. I don't really like Witch Elf fabrics, but I had this fabric for years, and it's going to fit on here. Oh, it'll be like that. I'm gonna do it over 2. And it's got like a crap ton of blends. Look, those are all blends. That's how the Unicorn one is too. That's how all her stuff is though. If you've never done a Winsler, she loves her blends and she loves her specialty stitches, but I think that these 2 pieces are just cross stitching. I think she did not, she definitely did a lot of blends, but I don't think she did any specialty stitches in those. Okay, next up is from Rosewood Manor, and this is Persian lace. That's what it's going to look like when it's done. And you can, when you finish it, you can either do that or you could do it in like a diamond. I kind of like the diamond. Like when it finally gets done, if I ever frame it, I probably would want to do it like that. It is, it's something. 183 by 183. And the color that's called for is 3768. But yeah. I'm going to do this on a 27 count Linda fabric in just antique white. I don't need the entire piece of fabric. I'm just like super paranoid about cutting my fabric too tiny, too small. So I'm just gonna hold on, guys. I definitely don't need the entire thing. It's like 27 by 36, the size of the fabric. I don't need that entire piece for it. I'm just paranoid about cutting it and messing it up. All right, we're getting close to the end, guys. Okay, this one I do not have a picture of. This is it's a mystery stitch along that's going on right now with Mystic Fabrics. This is the Out of the Savannah Sal. I don't have a photo of it. I have no idea what it's going to look like right now. I know that there's a tree and there's a bird, because I've been watching Kelly from Kel Stitches. She's doing it as well, and she's actually stitching it. I haven't even started it. But when I do start it, I'm not going to do the white background. And I'm going to do it on a 20 count. This is another Mystic Fabrics Fabric of the Month from April of 2023. This is a 20 count Ada in the color Biscuit. I'm just going to show you half the fabric. But I'm going to do it on that. And I'm not doing the white background. So. I haven't even downloaded because the releases are on Facebook. I haven't even downloaded the pages. I probably should do that before they go away. I mean, we still have a few months of the South, but still. Okay, next up is, I'm excited for this one. This is another Vivstores piece. This is actually the first pattern that I ever bought from her. This is Moroccan Lanterns. That's what it's going to look like when it's done. And it's 250 by 230. I really love the black outline with like the colored lanterns. I really love it. And I'm going to do this on a piece of 32 count Lugana in the color Chalkboard by Live and Die LA. Yeah, it's gonna look really good on that. One more time. Oh no! One more time. Yeah, it's gonna look really good on that. I'll get to them all eventually. If I can get through these enough where maybe I'll just like reach in instead of pulling out of the basket, I'll just like pull the bin out and I'll just reach in and be like, okay, this week I'm gonna start this one. That would be fun. Okay, this one is another kit from Dimensions, and this one is Mason Jar Lineup. That one's really cute. Oh, did someone do this? I mean, I know people have done this before, but I feel like a Flosstuber I watch has done this one, or is doing this one. I don't remember. I'm going to use what comes in the kit. It's a 14 count white Ada. Oh, okay, cool. Oh my God. I was going to say, oh no, I have to sort the floss. I don't. Here it is. Here it is on Soul Floss cards. Here's the floss. Very pretty. Yeah, maybe I could do that. Maybe I could, oh my God, now the floss is like tangled up around the zipper. Maybe I could just like, instead of drawing out of the basket, maybe I could just like reach into the bin and just pull one out at random. This one is Colors of Christmas. This is from Charting Creations. You know that Grayscale Santa that I have? This is another one. Whoopsies. Artwork is by Marcelo Corti. It is 340 by 475. It has 93 colors. Look at that. I'm excited for this one. It has, I'm gonna do it on the China fabric. 1/1 full cross, so I'll do the 4 corners coming in. That's gonna look really cool. It is 161,500 stitches, and the highest color number is number 4, 17,237 stitches, and the lowest one is 962. It's got 41 colors. Actually, that's tied with 3851 that has 41 colors or stitches as well. Okay. All right, 2 more in here. Actually, let me do this one first because I'm going to talk about the other one. Okay, this one is another kit from Dimensions. This one is No Problema. Isn't that cute? And I'm just going to do what came in the kit. 14 count white Aida. And here's the floss. And this one also comes with a hoop. Easy peasy. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Okay. Last one. Now I do have a couple fancy ladies. I have not, they're not in bags or anything right now. That's why I haven't shown them. But I do have some fancy ladies, Bellas and Miras, that I matched up with fabric, but I don't have the specialty floss for them. I don't have bags for them. They're just like kind of sitting there with their fabric. So that's why I haven't shown them in this bin. Okay, this last one is a Disney Dreams Collection, MCG Textiles, The Little Mermaid. Bought this on clearance way back in the day when they were going out of business. I don't know if I'm going to start this. I have Beauty and the Beast started. And I talked about this when I was going over my Whip of Shame voting in my update. And because someone has suggested if you don't really like the pattern or if you don't like the project, then, you know, maybe, you know, don't stitch it anymore. And what I was saying was I wanted to keep going on Beauty and the Beast because of the simple fact that I do not feel that these kits are worth the money that these swindlers are trying to sell them for on Facebook and eBay. They are ripping people off selling these kits for hundreds of dollars. And if I could even, sorry, my eye itches. If I could even reach one person who's thinking about getting these because they're Disney and it's Thomas Kincaid and, you know, these kits are no longer available. Oh my God, I want it. If I could just reach one person and keep them from wasting their money on something like this, I'm so glad I bought these on clearance and not full price. Then I am more than happy to keep going on the Beauty and the Beast piece. If I show it and I'm like, this kit sucks, I'm only doing this to show you how bad it sucks. But I have not started The Little Mermaid. And I don't know if I'm going to or not. I really don't. I kind of want to just so that, but it's like, I'm already doing one kit that I feel is a waste of time. I'm just doing it to try to prevent other people from wasting their money. Like when I see people selling these things on, not really so much eBay because I don't really go on eBay. I just hear about people talking about it on eBay. But when I see people selling this shit on Facebook Marketplace for like over $100, I'm like, you are such a crook. You are such a crook. Like, you know what you're doing. You know these kits are absolute shit. Don't do that to people. Do not waste your money on these kits, is my point. So this is still in my to be started bin. I don't know if I'm going to start it or not, though. I really don't. But for right now, I'll keep going on Beauty and the Beast. Again, just so I could show people that it's a shit kit. Okay, so anyway, my bin is now empty. That's everything. I have no idea how long this video is because I had to stop it a couple times. I know it's going to be like 2 hours long again. And I'm so confused as to like what... I think I started a lot of stuff because I feel like there's projects that I'm like, no, this should be in the new start bin, but I think I've already started them, so yeah. Anyway, stuff's going to be added to this bin as I get fabric for the patterns that I've shown, and as I get bags for those fancy ladies, and like just this bin will never truly be empty. I'm always going to have stuff waiting to be started. But I am going to try to limit myself where I don't start 5 million new projects. I'm not doing no new starts no more. But I am going to try to limit myself where I'm not starting 5 million new projects and go crazy with it. So, because the goal is progress. Okay. All right. So that's all I have to show. I hope you guys enjoyed going through what needs to be started. And if you have any questions, go ahead and leave them in the comment section down below. And if this is your first time watching my channel, welcome. It's always craziness here. And if you liked what you had to see, then go ahead and hit the subscribe button down below if you're not already subscribed, and the bell to be notified whenever I post a new video. And that's it. So take care, happy stitching, get a lot of stitches in, and I will see you in the next video. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.